I'm a wealth manager by profession and I'm here to share the secrets rich people use to pay less taxes. If you like the info, please like, share and subscribe. Have you ever wondered how the wealthy manage to keep their tax bills remarkably low? Well, one way they do it is through something called Deferred Sales Trusts. These are not some arcane financial trickery but rather a legitimate strategy deployed by financially savvy individuals to minimize their taxes. Now, before we delve into the heart of the matter, let's clear the air on one thing. Tax avoidance is not tax evasion. The former is legal and involves using existing tax laws to reduce one's tax liability, while the latter is illegal and involves deceit, subterfuge, and dishonesty to evade paying taxes. Deferred sales trusts, then, fall squarely into the category of tax avoidance. They are a tool, a mechanism, if you will, used strategically to defer, reduce, or sometimes even eliminate capital gains taxes. So, are deferred sales trusts a magic bullet for tax avoidance? We are about to find out. To understand how deferred sales trusts work, we first need to decipher what they are. At their core, deferred sales trusts, or DSTs as we'll refer to them, are financial tools used to receive payments over a duration of time, rather than as a one-time lump sum. This may sound simple, but the implications are profound. Imagine selling a high-value asset, like an estate or a business. Normally, this would result in a sizable tax bill due immediately upon sale. But with a DST, the payment and therefore the taxes are spread out over a period of time. This is akin to turning a waterfall into a manageable stream, diluting the immediate financial impact. In essence, when you sell your asset to a DST, you're entering into an installment sale contract. The trust agrees to pay you over a defined period, which can be as short as 5 years or as long as your lifetime. These payments can even continue to your heirs, providing a stream of income for generations. The payments you receive from the DST are a mix of return on the initial capital and income generated from the investment of that capital. The key here is that taxes are deferred by only recognizing income as it's received, not when the sale occurs. This can result in significant tax savings, especially for those in higher tax brackets. One thing to note is that the DST is not a tax avoidance scheme. The taxes are still due, just over a longer period. Think of it as a way to better manage your cash flow and potentially grow your wealth with the right investments. Another advantage of DSTs is the flexibility they provide. You can choose how the funds within the trust are invested, allowing for a tailored approach that suits your risk appetite and financial goals. Essentially, deferred sales trusts are like stretching your tax bill over a longer period. But how does one set up such a trust? Well, stay tuned to find out. Setting up a deferred sales trust isn't something you do over a cup of coffee. It requires careful planning and legal expertise. Let's delve into the step-by-step process of setting up a deferred sales trust. The first step on this journey is getting professional advice. This is not a do-it-yourself project, folks. You'll want to consult with a tax professional or attorney who specializes in this area. They'll help you navigate the complex tax laws and regulations surrounding deferred sales trusts. It's essential to understand the legal implications and potential tax benefits before you dive in. Once you've consulted with a professional and decided that a deferred sales trust is the right move for you, the next step is to draw up the trust agreement. This is a legally binding contract that outlines the terms and conditions of the trust. It specifies how the trust will be managed, how the funds will be invested, and what will happen to the trust upon your passing. This is a crucial step in the process, and it's where your legal advisor's expertise will be invaluable. Now, it's time to sell the property. This sale is made to the trust, rather than directly to a buyer. The trust then sells the property to the buyer and the proceeds from the sale are held in the trust. The trust pays you an annuity, which is a series of payments over time. The income from the sale of the property is effectively spread out over several years, which can significantly reduce your tax liability. Lastly, the proceeds from the sale are invested. The investments are typically made in a variety of assets to diversify the risk. The investment strategy is determined by the trustee in consultation with you. The goal is to generate a steady stream of income that can fund your annuity payments and grow the trust's assets over time. It might seem like a lot of work, but remember, the goal is to lessen the burden of your tax bill. And with the right guidance and a well-thought-out plan, a deferred sales trust can be a powerful tool in your financial arsenal. Now, you might be asking, why go through all this trouble? What's the big deal with deferred sales trusts? Well, the heart of the matter lies in 2 words: tax avoidance. No, it's not as shady as it sounds. It's perfectly legal and a smart move for anyone looking to maximize their wealth. Here's how. Deferred sales trusts play a crucial role in tax avoidance by allowing the deferral of capital gains taxes. These are the taxes that you'd normally owe after selling an asset that is appreciated in value, like real estate or a business. But with a deferred sales trust, you can postpone those taxes. And that's not just for a year or two, we're talking about potentially decades of tax deferral. Think about it like this. It's like having a time machine that lets you decide when you want to pay your taxes. And while you're waiting, that money isn't just sitting idle. It's invested, churning out a steady stream of income over time. That's the beauty of deferred sales trusts. Now, why is tax deferral such a big deal? Well, it's all about the power of compounding. The longer your money stays invested, the more it grows. And the more it grows, the more income it generates. It's a snowball effect. So, by deferring your taxes, you're essentially turbocharging your wealth. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. The use of deferred sales trusts isn't something to be taken lightly. It requires careful planning and expert guidance. Because while it's a potent tool for wealth maximization, if not used properly, it can also lead to financial pitfalls. So, deferred sales trusts aren't just about avoiding taxes, they're about smart wealth management. They're about making your money work harder for you. And they're about giving you more control over your financial future. In the world of finance, deferred sales trusts are not just a strategy, they are an art of tax avoidance. So, we've unraveled the mystery of deferred sales trusts. But what's the big takeaway here? Let's take a moment to revisit the main points about deferred sales trusts. These financial instruments are not just some obscure concept, they hold real value and utility, particularly for those with substantial assets or high-value properties. To start with, the mechanics of deferred sales trusts are quite straightforward. Essentially, you sell an asset to a trust which then pays you back over a predetermined period. This trust is managed by a third party, ensuring a level of separation and impartiality. This process might seem a little complex at first, but setting up a deferred sales trust is actually quite seamless. It's about ensuring that all the legal and financial elements align, and that you have the right team to guide you through the process. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: tax avoidance. It's not a phrase we like to throw around lightly, but it's a reality that many high net worth individuals face. Deferred sales trusts offer a legitimate and legal way to navigate this challenge. By deferring the recognition of gain on the sale of an asset, you can effectively defer the tax you would otherwise owe. But let's be clear, this isn't about evading tax. It's about smart tax planning. It's about making the most of the tools at your disposal to manage your financial obligations in the most efficient way possible. The benefits of deferred sales trusts extend beyond just tax deferral. They also provide a measure of asset protection, income generation, and estate planning benefits. In essence, deferred sales trusts offer a multifaceted financial solution that can help manage a range of financial needs and objectives. They are not just a financial tool, but a way to navigate the sea of taxation. Remember, it's not about evading tax, but about smart tax planning.